It's traditional Scotch doubles format, so players will be rotating shots. You can see the dynamics of this doubles event. Both players able to converse with each other. Unlimited timeouts. Communication is going to be a key for all the teams that do well. CAPITO advising just to push for distance here. Going to push into a kick safe. Looks like she's covered a lot of the one. Might be able to play with a fair bit of left spin off the short rail. Goal there would be to stick the cue ball where the one is. I like the safe. Kind of around a 50-50 proposition, right where you want to be when you're pushing. She has actually left the right edge of the one, so it's going to make this safe easier. Look at PATSURA with a nice opening shot here. Almost bearing the other team behind the three. Looks like they might have left the slightest right edge of the ball. CAPITO's up at the kicking angle here. Main goal is to try and create distance. Decent result. Hasn't left anything direct into the pocket. Looks like there could be room for the bank. I think she must have caught a double kiss there if she missed it by that much. So, a few exchanges going on here in the first rack. SEOA has enough of the one to pocket it. Very tight position on the two. They're looking to land the cue ball in a perfect area to be able to pocket a two. CAPITO having a close look at the two here. Doesn't look like he has enough of it to pocket it. Can just play a chip safe up to the top rail. I think it's a little too aggressive to be trying to cross-bank the two here. Especially with position on the three, really only available in the top left corner pocket. Just going to try a jump. This is aggressive. Gonna have to land the ball perfectly here. Pretty much just a ball width's worth of landing space for the cue ball. It shows how proficient these players are with the jump cue. Yeah, that was super tough. Didn't like what was on offer with the safe there. Decided to take a chance. PATSURA is going to start out with ball in hand here. Rack's looking pretty good. Say WEI and PATSURA would be more of a flowing team, and SEOA and CAPITO would be more of a technical team. See, this is a pretty open table here. We'll see what their rhythm looks like in the first rack. Cue ball's going the wrong way here. Just going to have to accept more distance on the 6. No real option to come around 3 rails. 7's blocking that track. Well, this is a big stroke shot here in rack number 1 for WEI. Could possibly get through the angle if she follows it. If she draws it, it's going to have to be a very high speed shot. Decided to go with the follow. Struck beautifully. Great shot there from Su Chen. She'll be right at the top of the list contending for the Women's World 10-Ball Championships. That tournament will get underway tomorrow. PATSURA, I'm sure, will be playing in the Men's Open event as well. So, good recovery from the 6 to the 7, and they're back in line now. Big threats to take the first rack here. Soft draw over to the left long rail. 10-ball, same pocket. Nicely played, and rack number 1 is going to go to the team of WEI and PATSURA. No country restrictions in this tournament. Any two players can play with each other. You see they got a little smile on their face there, getting the first rack of the tournament under their belt. WEI's been one of the most successful players on the women's tour over the course of the last 3 years. Won some Pro Billiard Series events, has done very well in the WPBA. PATSURA had a quarterfinal finish at the US Open this year. Very capable player. Also won the Texas Open last year. Everybody seems to be in pretty good spirits, so with a little smile on their face, Looks like it'll be PATSURA to break. Rack number 2. Always interesting to see where these players decide to break from. We've seen multiple different strategies. Cut breaks from the side rail, more offensive breaks right from the middle. Looks like PATSURA is going to go to the side rail. We'll see if he cuts it or decides to go at it square. Nice square hit. Jam the 9 on the side. It's going for the 1 in the side there, but the 1 helped push the 9 into the same side pocket. We'll test her for the opening shot here for WEI. Natural position. Tricky part about it is she has to keep the speed down, and it's a tough pocketing angle as it stands, so it's going to have to require some touch here. Nice shot. Going to come up a little short, but that's okay because the 5 needed to be developed anyways. PATSURA is going to have to think about ways to come off the 5 and still control position for the 3. Good thing about it is the key ball doesn't have to move very far to possibly get some kind of shot on the 3. Nice, rearrange that area. Little tough to see if the 3 passes the 10. If it does, that'll be good news for WEI and PATSURA. Looks like she's got a minimum half pocket there. Taking a real look down the angle right now. No, looks like she doesn't have enough, so she's going to play the cue ball behind the 10 here. Just a reminder, all players are under a 30-second shot clock. Lots of decisions here, so she's taking her extension. Just short of ideal. Looks like CAPITO might actually have the 3 available on the side. Cue ball could be running into the 8 here. If it is, that'll afford good position for the 4. Nice shot. These are short races to 4, so every game matters. CAPITO and SEOA didn't want to be trailing 2-0 in the opening set here, and it looks like they have a good opportunity to level the score at 1. Nice natural angle coming down for the 6 here. Some really heavy-hitting teams in this event. Carlo Beato and Ruben Omid are teaming up for the Philippines. Alex Kazakis and Kelly Fisher are in the event. Chang and Cho will be looking to make a bid to make it near the end. I'm going to play all the way down to the finals today. 4 rounds. This is an opening round match currently. Single knockout tournament. CAPITO's got a little too much angle here. He's just considering if he wants to go around the 10, or there could be some options going all the way up table and back. I think around the 10 plays okay. CAPITO taking down a major title earlier in the year at the UK Open. Nice shot from SEOA. Kind of a new player on the scene, but she's had some success. Second in the Las Vegas Women's Open. Regularly finishes near the end of the Women's Pro Billiard Series. CAPITO makes the 10. Tied at 1 each now. CAPITO's just going to take a quick break here, and I'll take a quick break as well. Stay with us. Be right back. So up to break here in rack number 3. Going from the side rail as well. Got a little cut on the rack there. Jam the 2 up in the top right corner pocket. A lot of congestion over by the left long rail. CAPITO will be looking at how he's going to deal with the 1 here. Already took 1 really aggressive jump in this match, so I would think he would favor going at the jump here again. Could kick at it. Cue ball's going to come a little long that way. Yeah, the thing about this is I don't think it's going to be hard to get the cue ball into the proper area for the 3, but it's more just about surviving this first shot. No option of a push. Slight miss there from CAPITO. He's opened up that stack of 4 balls on the left long rail as well. I think the 4 will pocket. Very tough cue ball position here, though, because he's hampered by the 9 heavily. Yeah, it was tough to get energy out of that ball. Especially when you're cueing down like that. Just don't really have natural rotation on the cue ball, and the cue ball just lost all the energy after he hit the 1. No kick safe here really for WEI. It's on pretty much a guaranteed hit. The 5 is kind of blocking small part of the angle coming towards the 3, but should be able to avoid that. Good shot. I mean, we'll likely be in trouble again, but she knew that if she kicked at it with speed, she was very unlikely to get safe. We just kind of played a containing shot there. Good job by SEOA to get her real tight to the 9. Going to be a multiple rail kicking option here. 2 rails around the 6 looks possible. Caught the point. Tough break there. Must have to come real close to the side pocket to create the angle he wanted. So SEOA and CAPITO getting the safe battle advantage here. Looks like CAPITO's going to play 1 more safe. 3 is not really available in any pockets. Oh, we tried the 10. Early 10s do count in this mixed doubles format. They won't count in the Women's World 10 Ball Championships. WEI looking for another 2-rail escape option here. 6 is in the way of the most obvious path, so it's going to be going around the 8. Yeah, just couldn't free up the cue ball there. WEI and PATSURA are on 2 fouls now. But there's an easy 3-10 on offer, so SEOA will just dish that up for their second rack win of the first set here. This is single knockout format. Best of 3 sets. If the third set is tied at 3 games each, we'll be going to a shootout. We already did have a shootout in one of our first round matches. Cho and Chang from Chinese Taipei defeated Albin and Jasmine Ocean in that match. Bryant and Zielinski were also victorious in their first round match over Centeno and Immonen, 2 sets to nothing. To Catch and Gorse fell to Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin. That was a marquee matchup in the first round. 2-1. Fischer and Kazakis advanced over Zalewska and Grabe. Quarterfinal match is already shaping up. Fischer and Kazakis will be playing Cho and Chang. Bryant and Zielinski will be playing Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin. Some great action coming up for you today, guys. Big power from CAPITO, and he's got a ball straight back in the side. Nicely on the one as well. So first chance for either team to kind of pull away in this first set here. Still some work to be done. So is going to be looking to play the cue ball between the 6-8 and avoiding the 4. Up for the 2, likely in the right side pocket. Got up table. Just checking, looking over to CAPITO if she actually left him the angle or not. It's tight, but I think it's there. A little bit of right spin will help him. If he doesn't feel like he can pocket it straight in, there is a bank option. Good shot. Getting through the tough part of the rack now. 5's available, but So we'll be looking to get CAPITO on a pretty small angle on the 4. It's going to play over decently. Yeah, natural angle is just leading into the area that CAPITO's pointing to right now. The rest of the rack's coming together pretty good here. So we'll be crossing the cue ball over, putting the 6 in the top left corner pocket. A couple good camera angles down the line there of these pro players, showing their approach, showing their intensity over the ball. CAPITO has two options here. He can kind of soft stun the ball with some right spin and come around 2 rails, or he can play 3, maybe 4 rails all the way back outside the 10. It's a little less complicated just to go 2 rails. Interesting, kind of looks like he's backhanding this ball, cueing the left side of the ball, going to come over to the right of it. Nicely played. Good communication going on between these two teammates. Any shots that require a little more thinking, looks like they're having some communication about it. Crossing the angle a little bit here. How's the speed? On the rail. Looks like the cue ball will play past the side pocket, so she'll be able to play it with some speed. Last thing you want to do here is be forced into kind of pocket weighting this ball. Tough angle, so you want to take an aggressive stroke at it. Good shot, good rack. SEOA and CAPITO off to a 3-1 lead in this first set. Playing well. Looks like they're communicating well at the table as well. Six days of pool coming up for you guys here from San Juan. Women's World 10-Ball Championship on the line. Unofficial World All-Around title, or Battle of the World Champions with Filler and Beato and Gorst playing in a 3-event challenge. Players with the highest points at the player with the highest points out of those 3 tournaments will be the champion. So up to break in rack number 5 here. Next Predator BK Rush break here. Just gone for that cut break. The last 2 breaks was successful on the first one. Nothing here. So WEI and Invitational will be looking to get back into set number 1 here. 5 and the 6 are tied up, but the cue ball is playing right into them right now. Got to be careful so don't get stuck on the 5-6 because the 4 will be blocking the path to the 2. Yeah, I have a feeling he will get stuck on it, so he might just completely back away from that and play position for the 2 here. Try to develop the 5-6 as the rack goes on. Four's in a decent spot. You could play to the short side of the 5. Just be looking to get straight on the 4 in that case. Pretty long bridge here from WEI. Nothing wrong with it, just that's how she's comfortable hitting the ball. Well, things went a little sideways here. Not going to be able to pocket the 3. No bank available. Look for PATSURA to possibly try to play the cue ball behind the 9 here. Overhit it a little bit, but did real well with the 3. 7 ball's a solid blocker for him now. You're going to hit this ball 2 rails. Square contact on the 3, creating distance. Nice hit. One of the worst results, though. You can see him kind of looking away, knowing that he kind of deserved a little better on that. But successful save from PATSURA. Turns out good for PATSURA and WEI. They're just talking now about what kind of angle they want to get on the 4 to possibly get an angle where they can open up the 5 or get into that short side area. Looks like they decided on the side pocket for the 4. Just overdrawn it just a touch. Be interesting to see what they do here. Remembering they're on a shot clock. It's the thing about maybe conversing a little too much. I wouldn't advise against it, but when you're on a shot clock, it's like someone's got to kind of be the leader, you know? mean, they were kind of eyeing up the combo as they were talking about the possibilities for that, for what's going to happen on the 5 here. It looks really thin to me. Could also try to play the cue ball over to the right long rail. Use the 8 as a blocker. It's a good shot. Not full coverage, but did well from the position they were in. And so we'll be looking to play the cue ball 2 rails behind the 9 here. 5 to the middle of the short rail. CAPITO's just kind of pointing out that track for her. It's a big shot here in the first set. If it goes well, they can take the driver's seat to possibly close the set out. And that's a great shot from SEOA. Jumping in, kicking options available. I'll consider them a slight favorite from this spot. PATSURA will be going 2 rails of this ball, trying to kick it in. Always a little tricky to kind of feel these diagonal kicks on brand new equipment. Got the 2 rail part of it. Not quite good enough on the landing position of the 5. CAPITO will be going after this, and this will be the shot of the set here. Shot of the rack for sure. 5's going to hit the 6 thickly, so he's going to bank it. Must be a confident banker if he's going to play a shot like that. Regardless, it's a shot for the win of the set at the set. Yeah, too short. I like the combo there personally. I mean, I understand shooting the bank. It's fairly direct. Just kind of had to make it, but you can see banks are always tough to judge. So a bit of a let-off for WEI and PATSURA here. They'll be looking to take full advantage. They'll be breaking in rack number 6 as well if they're able to get through this rack. 8 ball is going to pose a bit of a problem here for PATSURA. Could just draw out at 2 rails. Take your chances on the 8. Other shot is to come around 3 rails inside the 10. Yeah. That's a pretty good roll there. Couldn't have ended up much better after he contacted the 10. Didn't know exactly what was going to happen with the cue ball, but got a good shot here. Fair bit of left spin applied to the cue ball there. Trying to get a little more energy out of the cue ball. Big stroke shot here for PATSURA. Playing it with open bridge. Smooth hit. Really finessed that ball nicely. Watch these pro players, they never force the ball unless they're absolutely forced to. The ability to hit that shot there at lower speed. This increases the pocketing. New cloth helps on shots like that as well, but still made it look easy there. So, CAPITO and SEOA had a chance to close the set out there. Small miscue from CAPITO. PATSURA and WEI take full advantage. 3-2 now in the first set. Josh and Pia Filler are playing together in this year's tournament. They're in a first round battle right now with Soledad Ayala and Gerson Martinez Boza. 1 set each. Mast and Roland are up 1-0 against Rapero and Lucados. Amid and Beato are up 1-0 against Wong and Pham. Again, quarterfinal matchups already set. Fisher against Kazakis, Cho against Chang, Brittany Bryan and Brian Zelinsky against Yu and Wu Kun Lin. It's going to be all mixed doubles action for you guys today. The Women's World 10 Ball will kick off tomorrow. The Men's Open Tournament will kick off tomorrow as well. Chen breaking from the side rail. Has a decent amount of power. Should be looking to make the 1 on the side here. Good snap. Lots of action on the balls. There goes the 5 in the left side pocket. PATSURA's got to look at the 1 here. Cue ball's traveling over towards the 2. 4 ball looks like it'll have to be rearranged. Possibly a carom onto the 8. I think PATSURA is going to try a real tight lane between the 2 and the left long rail. Not really much else available. Just if he draws it, nothing good will happen. So has to do something with the natural angle here. Didn't like the position, just backed off. I'd say it's a little on the defensive side. I mean, he played a good safe here. Didn't leave a jump or anything. Worst case scenario, if he did try to pocket the 1, just could have pushed the 2 in a bad spot. But I think that would have been pretty unlikely. Positives would have been he could have got on the 2 well and continued the run out. CAPITO looks like he's going for some kind of jump kick here. Past the 9. Shot. Chance at getting rewarded, but no. 1's going to lay up. WEI will be looking to draw the cue ball across here. Small question if it's a little too much angle to actually get enough draw out of it. I think if you put a short fall through on it and a decent amount of left spin, kind of playing the 1 thickly into the pocket, she's got a chance. Not many positives going forward 3 rails, so you have to really try to dig into this ball, get as much draw out of it as you can. Yeah, just knew the draw angle wasn't there. So more safe play from WEI and PATSURA. Nice shot. Sticking the cue ball on the 6. Taking away the closest rails. Could be a 2-rail option between the 4-9. Off the left long rail. CAPITO's looking up table. Similar kick to what CAPITO had when he caught the point of the side pocket. Or, pardon me, PATSURA caught the point of the side pocket a couple racks ago. Wow, just missed the point there again. I was going to say, did she call it in the side? No. Good hit, though. Too tough to legislate the 2-ball going in the side pocket there. Good pot from WEI there. And this set is still very much in the balance. WEI and PATSURA with the advantage in rack number 6. Looking to force a hill score line in this first set. Remember, best of 3 sets overall, races to 4. Oh, didn't get the right kiss off the 7. Maybe more wanted to run into the 8. WEI's over for her jump cue quickly. And this will be the turning point in set number 1 here. It's makeable. 8's a comfortable distance away from the cue ball. Gonna have to land the cue ball kind of quick, but one of those jumps that you can kind of focus on the pocketing a little more. The hits just kind of come natural. That's a great try. She hasn't left it, I don't believe. CAPITO will have a safe option behind the 10. Yeah, definitely not enough room there. Be nice if the 10 was a little further off the rail. CAPITO's gonna have to get in pretty tight here. Did well, did very well. That was tougher than it looked. So WEI and PATSURA still back on their heels after that positional error from the 5 to the 6. Just kind of going all out, trying to kick the 6 in the corner here. Contact. I like the offense here. The issue is it's hard to slow the cue ball down. Cue ball is traveling a fair distance around the 7. She feels like she can't slow it down. There are options to go all the way up table and back. Yeah, try to go all the way around. Near miss. And it's going to be a big opening for PATSURA and WEI. Looking to force hill score line here. Set number 1. Shot there, staying in perfect control. Bit of cue ball movement from the 9 to the 8, but the 9's pretty close to the top right corner pocket, so be able to focus on position. Yeah, I like getting the angle where you have the option to bring the cue ball around 3 rails on the 9. It's kind of playing yourself more into a half ball hit rather than a full ball hit. anytime you're moving the cue ball, you want to avoid being thicker on the object ball because it will require hitting the shot with a lot more speed. Nicely played. Here we are. PATSURA made a couple decisions in that rack, kind of backing off a little bit. Ended up paying off. And it'll be CAPITO and, or pardon me, PATSURA and WEI to break in the hill game here. All four players have been going from the side rail, kind of lending to a little bit more tactical play throughout the 6 racks that have happened so far. Referee just trying to get a solid rack here, knowing that it's hill. He's happy with that one, and PATSURA will be up to break here, breaking from the same spot he has the other 2 breaks he's had this set. Big smash there. Cue ball could have gone on the side. Kicked away by one of the other balls. Nothing down though. Long, tough opener on the first shot here. First kind of real pressure shot of the match, and CAPITO will be up to give it an attempt. Cue ball's playing to the right. Exactly in the area he wants to play in. But tough pocketing here when you have this much distance from the cue ball and this much distance from the object ball to the pocket. These are the toughest shots you're going to face on the table here. Yeah, hit it with some big speed. Didn't hit it that badly, but at that speed, the pocket's got to be targeted exactly perfect. Just caught it a little thick. Got away with the leave, though. PATSURA's kind of just letting WEI think this one out here. Safes aren't really obvious. Cue ball, 1 ball behind the 4, maybe. Good shot. Just left SEOA over top of the 3. If she has a following angle where she can follow the cue ball between the 3-10, she'll look to do that. Bringing the cue ball across and using the 6-9-10 as blockers. Can see CAPITO and SEOA more vocal between each other. CAPITO kind of leading the way, SEOA ready to execute once they've decided on a shot. Lots of blockers in the middle of the table here, and PATSURA will be looking to take advantage of that. Can play the 1 to the middle of the short rail up table. Pretty much anywhere with the cue ball in the middle of the table is going to give them coverage there. Good shot. Long distance jump here for CAPITO. If he doesn't like it, he's got the 2-rail kick off the right long rail. Good contact. Hasn't left anything easy on the 1. It does pass the 7, but the cue ball's running into the 5. Again, with all those blockers in the middle of the table, it's not that tough to play safe. Looks like they're going to play a creative two-way bank here. Drawing the cue ball over to the left long rail. Giving themselves a chance to be on the 2. If not, there's a lot of blockers that are going to cover that angle over the corner pocket where the 1's going to be played. Should get it. It's close. There it is. How's the cue ball for the 2? Might not have got far enough. Great try there from Wei. I'll have to get another camera angle here. He might just have enough of the 2. No, it's not there. That was a great try. PATSURA really didn't have much there. Watch out for the cue ball. It's in. How about the 2-10 combo? CAPITO's having a look at it. Looks like he's walking away from that angle, so it might be just off. Yeah, they're going to go for the run out here, but ball in hand position to start. It's been an entertaining first set. Not too many mistakes. Both teams kind of erring on the side of caution in certain spots. No real problems here. A bit of cue ball movement from the 5 to the 6 to the 7, but nothing that shouldn't be manageable as long as they stay in line. All natural cue ball movement here. They were stuck 3-1 at one point in this opening set. Pardon me, they were ahead 3-1. PATSURA and Wei were able to bring it back to Hill, but it looks like CAPITO and SEOA overhit this just slightly. So we'll have to decide if she wants to draw directly back off without making contact with the 9. She will. If she plays the right part of the pocket as you're looking at the screen, that'll help with getting more draw angle out of this. Could run into the 9 if she feels like she can't draw it enough. Yeah, just avoid the 9. Nicely played. Pretty natural cue ball movement for the next 3 shots, and looks like CAPITO and SEOA will be taking down set number 1 here. Best of 3 sets overall. If the third set is tied at 3 each, they'll go to a shootout. Both teams will want to avoid that fate. Big pressure involved in the shootout. Straight in on the 10 for the win in the first set here. I like the way this team's communicating. Definitely giving notice to WEI and PATSURA that they'll have to play well if they're going to come out victorious in this match. And there it is. First set goes to WEI and PATSURA. And welcome back to first round action here from the Kamui Mixed Doubles Tournament in San Juan, Puerto Rico. SEOA and Robbie CAPITO won the first set 4-3. We're just on a break here. Getting ready to start up set number 2. It's a best of 3 sets overall. If the third set goes to Hill, there'll be a shootout. Single knockout format. Half the first round matches have been completed up until this point. And the quarterfinalists so far are Fischer and Kazakis against Cho and Chang. Bryant and Zielinski against Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin. Pia and Josh Filler are tied at 1 set each against Soledad Ayala and Gerson Martinez Boza. Leading 3-0 in the third set. So favorite to advance there. Mast and Roll-On have advanced in straight sets over Ropero and Lucados. Looks like PATSURA will be opening in set number 2 here. Neither team with a break-in run in the first set. A lot of defensive play. Both teams breaking from the side rail, which kind of lends to the racks being a little bit more tied up. Big pop again from PATSURA, and that's the break he wants. The 1 ball directly in the side. Another ball behind the 1. Straight back in the side. Great hit. Only roadblock here for PATSURA and WEI will be the 4-8 combo, but it's lined up pretty well. On it nicely. Possible if you hit certain parts of the 8, the 4 ball could start moving to the right. He'll want to target the part of the 8 where the 4 just kind of stays where the 8 is. Looks like it's held up just enough to be able to pocket the 4 directly. Good opening rack here for WEI and PATSURA. And they'll need this, trailing 1 set to nothing. Pretty elementary position for the rest of this rack. WEI and Vitaly have kind of gone with the solo, more just shoot your own shots type strategy. So and CAPITO seem to have a little bit more communication going. Nothing wrong with either strategy, especially with a shot clock. You know, if you start over communicating, you can kind of get your signals crossed or not really give yourself enough time to really prepare for the shot. A bit of a contrast in styles here as far as communication. It's interesting to see. Doubles events are always a little more intriguing because we don't see them very often on the regular Pro Tour. World Cup of Pool being the most prestigious doubles event. This Kamui mixed doubles turning out to be a great event. Look forward to every year. We're going to play all the way down to the finals today. It's going to be a 3:30 round and a 6 o'clock round. 2 streaming tables available at Pro Billiard TV. We'll be bringing you 2 commentators per match by tomorrow, likely. Just having a couple day one communication things happening where we only have one commentator right now, but the rest of the week we'll have 2 on board. Josh and Pia Filler have advanced to the second round. They'll be playing Mast and Roland. Roland, the hometown favorite from Puerto Rico here. Just the last match waiting to be decided in the round 1 of play, and the winner will play Amid and Beato, one of the tournament favorites. Not huge action off the rack there, but the 5's down, and the 1's looking good. Threatening for 2 break-in runs in a row here. PATSURA is going to have to come up with a half tester, but the position's nice and natural. Can focus on the pocketing here. Nicely played. Look out for the speed. He's okay. Rack's lying well. WEI just confirming with Vitaly if he's okay with the angle inside the 4. Most advisable. Just keep the cue ball movement down here. I don't think either of these 2 teams have ever played together in competition. Oh, that's a big miss there. Yeah, nothing to do but pocket the ball there. Again, the speed got him a little bit. A couple times in this match where we've seen requirements for position where they had to hit the cue ball harder. Always tougher in those situations. This CAPITO's a really aggressive jumper. He tried one in the first set where he had about a cue ball and a half landing distance. It's another very tough one where the distance between the cue ball and the 10 is much more than the landing zone. Good try. See how the cue ball popped up in the air? It's always the risk when you have such a small landing zone. You can kind of catch the object ball on a hop on the way in. But yeah, CAPITO likes those aggressive jumps. We've seen what a weapon it is over the evolvement of the game. Players like Fedor Gorst, somewhere around a 50% jumping percentage. No matter how tough the shot is, big weapon for him. Fedor and Christina were a part of this doubles tournament as well. Lost to Cho and Chang in the first round. Coming around 3 rails here, trying to hit the bottom part of the 3, create some distance with the 3 going up table. Good try. Shortened up a little bit on her off the 3rd rail. Had to hit it with speed. Cue ball can tend to come off a little sharper around all the angles in that case. Just slightly misjudged. But after a mistake on the 3, PATSURA and WEI have the advantage back here. Kind of 50-yard line here. There's going to be options to get better back on the 6. Definitely want her to be straighter. Looks like she's going to play the 4 into the bottom right. Cue ball over to the left long rail. Good shot. WEI's played well. All the challenging shots she's had, she's executed them nicely. More power here from PATSURA. Big draw stroke. Too much angle again on the 7. I think WEI will just try to run into the 9 here. If she can slow the cue ball down without running into the 9, just take the 8 in the long pocket. Well, a little bit more discussion from 2 team members here. Making sure they come up with the right shot. Yeah, the angle was a little thinner than it looked from the overhead. Was forced to run into the 8. She knew that. Just trying to develop it more positively. Tough shot here for PATSURA. I think he's going to go after it. All the way up the left long rail. Yeah, just too tough. Knew he could get safe with the 8. Ideally would have got behind the 10 as well. CAPITO faced with a decision now. Long bank is tempting. Judging by some of the other shots he's played in this match, I think he'd lean towards offense, but always a possibility that he might just not like it and back off. Looks like he is going at the bank here. Big shot in the second set right now. Oh, backed off. Great shot. Anytime you're playing safe behind a ball that's near a rail, or anytime you can kind of trap the cue ball into the final landing position with multiple rails, it's a higher percentage safe than you think. Still got to judge the angles perfectly, which he did. She got it. What a shot. What an escape that was. That's the only flip side of not going after the bank there. I don't blame him by any means. But there's always that variable of what can happen when your opponent comes back to the table, and WEI made a great shot there. Stroke by PATSURA. Just this 10 ball to take a 2-0 lead in the second set. It's been a great match. Just a couple very small errors, but both teams really firing at each other. There it is. Could be PATSURA to break in rack number 3 as well. Smiles all around for the team of WEI and PATSURA. Nice to see the players having a good time out there. Finally have someone to interact with, kind of, instead of just sitting in the chair trapped in their own thoughts. Referee's done a pretty meticulous job of getting the balls racked properly. Predator arrow racks, apex tables, arena lights. Sponsors for this year's Puerto Rico Open, including Yalin Tables, Kamui, Samsung TV Plus. And here comes PATSURA. They did have a break and run in the first rack of this set. PATSURA's been hitting them with a lot of power. Good chance to make one here. Made the 1 on the last break as well. One's tracking near the side pocket, but not in. I think he took a little off that one. A couple of his previous breaks, the cue ball was kind of popping with lots of speed. Left a combo on the first shot here. It's pretty makeable. Always nice when the ball you're playing the combo with is close to the ball you're comboing into. Biggest task here will be controlling the 1. It's going to come out off the right long rail. Could be options to play it in the right side pocket. Good view down the stroke line of CAPITO there. Nice soft grip. Yeah, it was tough to control the 1 there. Just had too much energy going into the side rail. Safe's not really obvious for SEOA here. She's going to want to try to play the cue ball kind of behind the 2-6. But the following angles are kind of running into both those balls, so not real easy here. Yeah. Knew she was just decided she knew she was going to run into the 2 and played the 1 in an area where used the 3-7-9. Good play. I'm sure SEOA sees a lot of these shots as well, but CAPITO's definitely been kind of the first player to call out a shot. Did all right, but they're going to be back in a bad spot after this. Likely playing the cue ball up table and just stopping the 1 where the 3 is. Full coverage on the 1 here. Peter was just having a look down to see if there was a window between the 3-7. If there is, PATSURA will definitely be taking it. Actually has the left edge of it. Not much to hide behind up table. He might be trying to run the cue ball back into the 3 here. He did. Got the hook. First look at SEOA with the jump cue. Been a lot of jumping in this match. A lot of safe play. Good interaction between both teams. Nice try. Slightly off. One hasn't ended up great again. There is a back cut option to the right corner pocket. I think it's a little too tough. Cut the 1 to the left and play the cue ball over near the 4. Yeah, chose to kind of hide the object ball a little more there. Always tough to control the exact position of the object ball. See how she did. Looks like CAPITO has the left edge. Oh, had to kick at it. Good shot there from WEI. Some more back and forth happening here. A lot of kicks that haven't turned out into offensive results. Kind of more typical of 10 ball compared to 9 ball. Balls tend to end up in the middle of the table more, tend to cover more angles that aren't really played for off kicks. Back to the jump cue again. And again, no real result. It's going to be a offense for the incoming team. Could get aggressive here and play the 1 off the 3. Nice thing about that is you'd kind of move the 3 from a tough position. Looks like that's what he's talking about. Oh, that was just a misjudgment. I think they got down near the end of the shot clock there. Wasn't quite set on what she wanted to do. You can see the look on both their faces. They're like, for any player of world-class ability to kind of scratch straight into a pocket there, it's just not really ready to shoot the shot. She knew where the cue ball was going. WEI's going to open up the 3 here. Might have been available in the top corner, but better to just create more room around it. Hasn't opened up perfectly, really. She can just play, or Italian can just play her into a bigger cut angle on the side. Kind of just stop the movement of the cue ball going to the right. Could have an option in the corner as well. I went around for the side. That's going to be just okay. She'll be able to draw the cue ball to the right of the 6. It's actually a little thinner than it looked from the overhead. Yeah, just really looking at the angle here, deciding if she can avoid the 6 with draw. I guess she just decided she couldn't, so she went safe on that shot. Surprising. A little unlucky to end up exactly in that spot. A little further would have been okay for the corner. A little thicker, a little straighter on the side. Definitely would have been able to draw out of it. CAPITO was going safe the whole way there. PATSURA down on the angle, right down on the angle, getting a real close look, just seeing if he has enough of the 3 to pocket it. If he doesn't, he'll be going off the short rail, playing a kick and stick. Yeah, looked like he had to play a small swerve, but got it down. Nice shot. Big reach from WEI here. I think she knows she's too far into her shot clock to really go for her extension. Good shot. So WEI and Vitali, big favorites to take a 3-0 lead in this second set here. Best of 3 sets overall. If the third set goes 3 each, we'll be going to a shootout. Little too much angle again. She'll decide if she wants to play a little more movement with the cue ball to get closer to the 8 or just kind of cinch the 7. Smart shot there, using a bunch of left spin to tighten the angle coming off the second rail. Winner breaks format. Oh, that ball almost popped out of the pocket. See that one? Well, we'll have to get a replay on that. They're having a little laugh about it. Good for them. It came good for them and stayed down. It was hit right in the heart, but when you hit a ball with that much speed, it can. There's times where it can kind of hit the bottom of the pocket and just pop out. Lucky that one just went straight in the air, not all the way back onto the table. Just clearing the pocket just in case of any bad omens happening in that pocket there. WEI's having a little laugh about it. Watch out for the cue ball here. It's okay. So WEI and PATSURA caught stride here in the second set. Up 3-0 now. Breaking in rack number 4. It'll be WEI to break here. Shots of the crowd. It's also a league event. BCA league event. Big pool community in Puerto Rico. I was there live last year. Very nice people, great food, lots of history in San Juan. Back for a 3rd year now. The players always look forward to it. It's a beautiful island. Big snap from WEI, crossed over the rack a little bit. Not as much chance of the 1 going in that case. Big spread, but nothing down. I think CAPITO has enough or the proper angle here to consider the bank on the 1. Chose the defense. The 1 will fit past the 8. It's a question of if the 7 is blocking the pocketing angle on the 1. I think it is. Good containing shot there from PATSURA. Following angle here is kind of leading into not really getting behind the 7. Got to be careful of the scratch as well. Nice shot. WEI will be looking to put CAPITO behind the 8 here. Caught a little thinly. Gonna be close whether she's covered the left side of the 1, but I would say she hasn't. CAPITO will be looking to play the cue ball up near the 9 again. He's left it. Looks like it's going to be very straight. Just going to make position on the 2 near impossible if he's completely straight. Looks like he is. Could slow roll it and play a bank on the 2. I mean, there's really no other option. Way too aggressive to be elevating here or trying to create some kind of angles that aren't there. See if WEI goes after this. Cue ball's kind of running into the 6. Might play to the left, to the right of it. Safes aren't easy, but they're talking about playing the cue ball onto the 10 now. Early 10s count. She'll be guaranteed getting some kind of distance from, yeah, she's calling the 10. What a shot this would be to close out the first set. This is a smart shot here. You're going to create distance. A lot of the time, you might not even leave a direct pocket for the 2. If she hits it properly, the cue ball is going to end up near the rail. And, of course, the outside chance of making the 10 as well. It's close. It's close. Great try. Great try. A little too aggressive for SEOA to be coming back at the 10 in a similar shot. Can just play the cue ball behind the 8 here. Good shot. Cover the entirety of the 2 ball. PATSURA's got the jump cue in hand. Looks like he'll be taking a shot at this. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball after the 2. Can kind of just play to stop it. Play the 3 in the right side pocket. Nice hit. Caught some draw on it, getting a little straighter on the 4. Looks like it's going to be the deal breaker in rack number 4 here. WEI and PATSURA looking to level the match score line, set score line. Four of the remaining 6 balls right near pockets, so wouldn't expect any pocketing errors in these next few balls here. Just maintaining position with the cue ball. Did pretty well there. Play some left spin on this, bring the cue ball back more to the left. 7 in the left side pocket. Good match going on here. Single elimination. Both teams fighting hard. 16-team invitational. 7 of the 8 spots in the quarterfinals have already been determined. Winner of this will play Rublin Ahmed and Carlo Beato. Quarterfinal round will be coming up at 3:30 local time. Nice finish there. Good jump from PATSURA. Opens up the rack. And we'll be going to a third and deciding set here. It's been pretty successful. Hitting the break hard. Going for a square break from the side rail. All 4 players choosing to break from the same spot, actually. Both side rail. Left side of the table. Good square snap there. Nothing down. And the 1's going to dress up right over the side pocket. 4 and the 5 are tied up. Looks like the 4 might be available in the right middle pocket. Going to be tough to kind of get the cue ball in that area, considering the 3 is a little far from it. No real options to develop it earlier in the rack. So a lot riding on the position from the 3 to the 4. Gonna have to use the right long rail here. Looks like the 4 might actually pocket into the bottom right by where CAPITO was pointing there. Well, that made the run out a lot easier. Nice play by WEI. Came up on the 50-yard line here, and WEI's going to have a lot of work to do here. She can still stay aggressive, pocketing the 5 into the bottom right. We'll come around 3 rails the other way. Undercut. How's the cue ball? It's going to be short of being safe. First mistake here in the third set. Both teams looking off to get off to a good start. Reminder that if either team gets to 3, they'll be guaranteed a shootout. So really pushing towards the finish line here. Good cue ball control there from SEOA. They'll have the option to play into the short side here. Looks like they're going to take that. So overhit it a little bit on the 50-yard line again, and SEOA's going to have a tester here. Cue ball will be playing around 3 rails back towards the 8. Bit of a risk of running into the 9 off the 3rd rail, but I'd say it'd be unlucky for the 9 for the cue ball to end up right in line with the 9 if she does hit it. Wow. Used all the pocket on that one. Good shot. Tough to pick a winner in this one. Been a real nip and tuck battle. I think only one break and run so far in the match. Coming from PATSURA and WEI. They actually had a chance to run break and run 2 in a row. Quite get out on the second one. But again, if there's ever a time for a controlled rack, that's what CAPITO and SEOA will be looking for here coming up. One nothing now in the third set. It's the final set of the first round matches. It's a 16-team invitational, single knockout. Quarterfinal matchups will be Fisher and Kazakis against Cho and Chang. Bryant and Zielinski against Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin. That table actually underway on table number 2. We have 2 streaming tables coming for you all week long. Winner of this match will play Rublo Min and Carlo Beato. Mast and Roland are playing filler and filler. Nothing down again. So taking a look to see if they have a look at the 1. Looks like the 8 might just be blocking it. It's close. Some discussion going on here. Could be just about how they're going to play position. Yeah, it looks like the 8's blocking the pocketing angle to the 1. He's calling it in, but he's kicking at it. I think it's more in a way of He's going to try to draw between the 5-6 maybe. One real kick. Great shot. Nicely controlled by PATSURA there, and you can see a little pep in his step as he goes to grab his chalk. Going to be tough to avoid the 3 here. Might be just thick enough that she can draw to the right of the 3. She'll be trying to do that if she can. Just clipped it, but thin enough that controlled the 3 well. Nice shot. Cue ball's going to have to get into a small area to pocket the 6. 5's lying pretty well for that option to happen. PATSURA's been a little off on his position in this match. Leaving way too much angle a few times. This one so much that she's going to have to play the cue ball behind the 7. Did pretty well. Blocked off the left long rail. CAPITO will have a 2-rail option going at the 4 here. Ideally, if he's able to hit the 4 and kind of leave the cue ball in the same area as the 6-8-7, could play well as a kick safe. Good shot, legal hit. Nothing good on the leave. Looks like he might open up the side pocket for the 6 as well. Just didn't like the position progression from the 4 to the 5 to the 6, so looking to maybe get ball in hand here, or just have the 4 in a different way where he's able to get on the 5 better. Tough to bear. Oh, it's just going to go too tight here, I think. That was close. I mean, they were down to the end of their shot clock. They just had to kind of scramble there. Ball was going to be tough to hit regardless. But whenever you're trying to calculate such a tough kicking angle like that and you're running out of time, it's a very tough spot. Still believe the 6 is pocketable in the left side pocket. She's got an angle now where she's kind of running into the 6, or CAPITO is kind of running into the 6. Did okay. Still in an offensive position here. Looks like WEI's considering the combo. Could play the cue ball around 3 rails and play the 7 in the same pocket as well. Having a thought of that now. You can see this is the teamwork part of the event here, especially being under a shot clock. If you're not under a shot clock, it's not really an issue, but kind of deciding on the shot quickly, getting the okay from your partner, solid communication, definitely a part of playing strong doubles. WEI and Invitational will be looking to even the third set scoreline at 1 each. Oh. Unexpected miss there from PATSURA. Just kind of focused on how he was getting into the 8 too much last minute. Yeah. Very surprising miss. Again, just kind of took his eye off the pot. Was worried about how the 8 was going to play out. That's a big break for CAPITO and SEOA. Be looking to take a 2-0 lead in the set. And again, if they do get to 3, they'll have that insurance policy of knowing that they can go to a shootout. Good angle here to come across table for the 10. Shove for the side pocket. No way. What a big turnaround in the third set here. CAPITO knew he was always going near the side, but any of those short rail scratches diagonally to the side, just so many ways you can get away with it, even if you're near the pocket. Didn't happen that time. And that's a big momentum change in the third set here. 1 set apiece, 1 game each in the third set. Winner breaks format. Looks like PATSURA will be up to break for WEI, his teammate WEI. See some world champions in the screen there. Kelly Fisher, Christina Takash, Fedor Gorst. Kelly's still in the doubles tournament today. Christina will be having a day of rest, starting with the Women's World 10-Ball Championships tomorrow. Be nice to see Fedor Gorst competing again this week. Hasn't been competing as much as he has in the last month or so. Good square hit, 1 ball down. That's the one he's looking for. Looks like the 2 ball is going to play okay. So what a turn of events here in these past couple shots. Looking from being 2-0 down in the third set, now a favorite to go ahead 2-1. Rack's looking very good. Minimal cue ball movement for the next 4 shots. Weiwei's always had that real long pause of the cue ball right before her last stroke. See Shane Van Boning doing that sometimes too. Just really making sure she's honed in on the contact point on the cue ball. No real trouble here, just staying in line. Pressure mounting for both teams now. Good cue ball control there, getting nice and close to the 6. Still in line, getting through the rack well. Current set score at 1 each. WEI and PATSURA looking to take the advantage here in this third and deciding set. There it is, WEI and the tally coming with a break and run just when they needed it. If they're able to win one more game, they'll be guaranteed a shootout. So next 2 games here, really important. On the hill of advancing to the shootout. Huge turning point a couple racks ago with CAPITO scratching the side. Unexpected miss from PATSURA. Looked to be a sure win for CAPITO and SEOA. Just scratch, going from the 9 to the 10. Turn the whole set around. We're going to have a great week of pool coming up for you guys. We're going to have the Women's World 10 Ball Championship starting tomorrow. Going to have the quarterfinals and the semifinals of the mixed doubles played out today. The men are playing the Puerto Rico Open tournament. Going to have a showdown between all 3 world champions, Fedor Gorst, Carlo Beato, and Josh Filler. They're going to be playing an all-around tournament, all games, 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. The player with the most match wins over the course of those 3 tournaments will be the champion there. One ball was playing towards the side but kicked away. Four balls down. Definitely going to be pushing here. Just have to figure out some kind of push where they're not going to be in too bad of a spot if CAPITO and SEOA decide to take it. Just going to leave the left edge. There's a chance they might give this back. I mean, you have the 2 and the 10 to kind of hide behind to the left of the 1. but no natural angle is really leading into playing behind those balls. Not really going to be able to cut the 1 enough to hide it behind the 6, I don't think. He's staying at the table, so it looks like he might have something in mind. He's going to go after it. Nice shot. Wei's got both cues in hand. If she's confident enough with her jumping, it's definitely a ball you could jump at. 10's a little far from the cue ball, but lots of landing zone after she gets over the 10. Well, it looks like she's going to stay with the playing cue, so she's going to go at the kick here. Let's try. Didn't leave any offense, but again, likely to be in a pretty bad spot when they return to the table for the next shot. So we'll be hoping that she can avoid the 9 and the 8. Regardless, it's pretty easy play to kind of hide the cue ball behind the 9 or the 6 even. Smart shot. PATSURA's got to think quick here. You can see he's just kind of moving around with not wasting any time. Got to come up with a shot, settle in on it. Got a chance to get safe here. Not gonna though, and that's the break SEOA and CAPITO needed. Rack's looking pretty open. 6 is available to the left side pocket. So just over having a look, see how much pocket the 3 has past the 5. Looks like they're okay there. Good position. PATSURA would have liked to be able to move the cue ball to the left a little bit, just avoiding creating an easier track from the 5 to the 6. See what he does here. I try to power out of it, get a little angle going that way. He did. Nice shot. Got straight enough where SEOA can just follow one rail here. Very tight match here. SEOA and CAPITO are going to be the favorites to tie it up to 2 each. We're at 1 set each. Best of 3 sets wins the match. If the 3rd set is tied at hill-hill, we'll be going to a shootout. which is always exciting. Both teams will be looking to avoid that fate. Great match for the viewers here. Two more balls to level the set score at 2 each. Pretty good position from SEOA. A little more cut angle than CAPITO would have liked, but cue ball's nice and close to the 10. Be able to judge the angle nicely here. That's it. Match can't be any tighter. 1 set each, 2 games apiece. And it'll be CAPITO and SEOA to break in rack number 5 here in the third set. CAPITO to break in rack number 5 here. It's been having average success on the break. Switching sides on this one. It's been breaking exclusively from the left side of the table. Going to give it a shot from the right side here. And for a power cut, 1 threat in the side pocket, but not in. It's going to hang up over the corner, and that's a big roll here in this third set. Let's see how the rest of the rack is looking. A lot of distance here, actually. Gonna have to try to control the cue ball, avoiding the 4 and the 8. Just the shot of the rack. If they get good on the 2 here, the rest of the rack's looking pretty good. Yeah, it was so thin, it was tough to control the speed, and cue ball was so far from it, you didn't really want to be spinning at it. Still has an offensive possibility here. Cue ball's is running a little bit short of the 3. Which is a bit of a problem because the 8 could come into play negatively. Definitely having a good talk about this. Yeah, I think that was the wise move there. Even if she did make the 2, the position on the 3 wouldn't have been guaranteed. Pretty high percentage safe when the ball you're playing safe behind is near a rail like that. Nice shot from WEI. Oh, she kicked it in and called it. What a shot. Shot of the match, really. CAPITO going to have to come with a pretty big stroke shot here, drawing across table. Cute, a lot of spin at that ball. Really tough to judge the deflection with that much speed and that much distance. Just knew he had to spin back to the left, but really looked like he was queuing over left. So advantage back to PATSURA and WEI here. Small bit of work to do from the 5 to the 6, but pretty standard shot. Just drawing across diagonally. Little more angle than ideal. Just have to take a little extra care in the pocketing here. Shot there from PATSURA. So this will be guaranteed to force a shootout. Reminder that in the third set, if both teams go hill-hill, it'll be a shootout. This will be number 3 for PATSURA and WEI. Strong shots from PATSURA here in this rack. Pressure's on, but players like WEI have been there many times before. Thrive in these situations. Good shot. So, first team to the hill here in this third and deciding set. Guaranteed a shootout at worst. They'll have one free roll at winning the set outright in the 6th game here. 10 ball down. Some other quarterfinal matches are underway right now. Just getting ready to start, maybe. Yeah. No score line with Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin versus Bryant Zielinski. That match will be over on table number 2. Coming up on table number 1 will be Fischer and Kazakis and Cho and Chang. Real star-studded field here for this mixed doubles. Looking forward to a lot of high-level pool over the course of the week. I'm going to go out on a limb and call Amit and Beato for the win. But definitely any of the teams remaining have a chance at the title. PATSURA and WEI have a break and run in this set and 2 overall in the match. Patsura has that one ball tracking pretty solidly towards the side, but just missed it there. Let's see if he's left it. He has. Rack's reasonably open. 3 balls a little surrounded by the 4 and 5. 2 balls nice and close to it. Be a bit of work to get properly on the 2 here as well. Might have to stun back and forth 2 rails. Shot. Took the risk of running into the 9, but played around it nicely. Was able to get the cue ball closer to the 2 by playing that path. Little short on pace here. CAPITO doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Oh, narrow miss there. Again, decided for the higher speed option, decided to go 3 times back and forth. It was a thin shot. Just whenever you hit the ball at higher speed like that, the pocket's got to be targeted perfectly. I mean, if you just went across 2 rails and hit the same spot with the 3 along the long rail there, you probably would have made it. Had to be behind the shot to know really how much speed was going to be in the shot. Just something to think about for amateur players. Pretty long jump for SEOA. I think she'll favor the kick here. Looks like she has the left edge of it. Chance to pocket the 3. Oh, I missed the whole ball. Well, this has been a very tightly contested match, but here comes Patsura and WEI with a chance to win the match here. Leading 3-2 in the final set. Rack's lying pretty good. Bit of cue ball moving from 6 to 7. But they'll be eyeing the finish line here. Nice shot. Perfect position. Gonna want an angle coming back from the 6 to the 7. 5 balls lying nicely for that. Might have got an angle going to the right. Hopefully. Patsura will be wanting to hold it 1 rail. Just going to have to see if he has to play around the 7 or not. Or even straight back draw, if it's straight enough. Nice shot. Got about as much angle as he could out of that one. One more good positional shot here for Patsura and WEI, and they'll be right on their way to finishing out this match. Good shot there. Needed to avoid the 7 off the second rail. Did so nicely. Tough to see a loser in this one. Both teams played well. Really came right down to the wire. One game away from a shootout situation. And they're good here. And they'll be advancing to play Beato and a mid in the next round. That round's coming up. It's really at 3 o'clock. I think they just pushed it back a little bit because this match is a little behind. But you can check out the action on Table 1 and Table 2. We'll be with you for the 2 more rounds today. And a lot of tournament action throughout the week. Sarah Corlifson, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon.